Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are doing a crystal conclave deck profile. And shout out to Neshi, he is the outline for all of this, so please show him some love. And yeah, I have a new lighting, as you can obviously see. Please let me know down below if you like it, if you don't like it, if it obstructs the cards or something. Please let me know. And remember, please like and subscribe. Really appreciate it. I'm hoping that by the end of this year we'd reach 100, something around those lines. So let's just get on into it. We are going to be running 3 Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon. This is the best Crystal Beast monster in the deck personally, and pure attack power and able to get into certain things. And this thing can play really off well with stuff like Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus. And when you enter battle, because this thing can special summon itself from the hand, if Crystal Beast monster you have enters battle. Which is a really insane card. Love it. I love the fact that it's 3k and you can banish it to special summon a Crystal Beast and add an Ultimate Crystal card, which is an easy way to get into your Rainbow Dragon in a rank 4. And a rank 4 exceeds when you normal summon the Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus, which we are also running 3 of, because this card is just really good. When it's normal or special, when it is just summoned, you can place a Crystal Beast card in your spell trap zone. And if this face-up card is destroyed, it enters spell trap zone like every Crystal Beast. But this plays off really well into Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon because you can crystallize it, activate the effect to pop itself, to banish itself, and do what it needs to do. So yeah, so that hopefully explains what Sapphire Pegasus can do. Carbuncle. This card, really good too. You can special summon when it's special summoned, you can special summon all Crystal Beasts from the spell and trap zone, which can lead into your turn 2 play, which is summoning a bunch of monsters out onto the field and just rampaging over your opponent. And hopefully this card can let you do it twice. That's the whole reason of running 2, is that you have twice the opportunity to do it instead of normally running 1, which you only have 1 opportunity. We're running 1 Rainbow Dragon, the brick in the deck. You don't want to have this in your opening hand because you're going to be searching it off anyway with Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon. The card is good though for stuff like Awakening of the Crystal Ultimates and just having it in your hand, because you want this card in your hand at all times because it can lead to a lot of good Crystal Beast plays. 3 is running 3 Dimension Shifter. This card is really shaping up in the current format, going second, because a lot of meta decks currently are sending from cards to the graveyard, and this can just stop it. Because any card sent to the graveyard is now banished instead, which Dimension Shifter can easily shut down so many strategies like Fire Kings and stuff like that, where their whole ideal is sending from hand, deck, field to the graveyard to then play on your turn and set up a board, in which Dimension Shifter just counters that. Now we're into the spells and traps. We are running 28 of them. We're running 12 monsters. To get off into spells and traps, we're running 3 Crystal Bond, the best Crystal Beast Searcher. Because what this card can do is it can add a Crystal Beast monster from your deck to your hand and place 1 Crystal Beast monster with a different name from your deck into your spell and trap zone. Really good, because you can add your Pegasus, crystallize your Rainbow Dragon, normal your Pegasus, and crystallize another. So you always have that one right in there, so when it's time for your turn 2, hopefully you will be able to special it and go into your turn super strong. But yeah, Crystal Bond's amazing. Love it. We're also running 3 Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. This card can pop your Crystal Beast to add a Crystal Spell Trap, or it gives you a normal summon of a Crystal Beast monster during your turn. This card's really good. And it's also once per turn, so even during your opponents you can do this, which could be amazing depending on what you need. And this card can also, when a Crystal Beast monster is put into the spell or trap zone, even during the damage step, you can target a card on your opponent's side of the field in this and return both. So if they probably had lethal and they destroyed your Crystal Beast with that one monster, you can just Rainbow Bridge of the Heart effect to bounce the lethal monster that would have killed you that turn back and hopefully make you live a couple more turns. Now we're running 3 Rainbow Bridges to search off for all the crystal spells, which is your Crystal Conclave, your Crystal Miracle, your Crystal Bond, and your Awakening of the Crystal Ultimates. This card's really good 3 of because it can get you into everything. And when we get into the 2-ofs, there's easier ways to get into this instead of just having to hope that you open it in your opening hand. We are running 3 Awakening of the Crystal Ultimates. This card's really good too because it lets you get into those rampage plays in your second turn. And that's what Rainbow Bridge of the Heart's meant to do, is get you into this. Even Rainbow Bridge can get you into this. And that's what you want to use those cards for, is getting into stuff like this, Crystal Bond, Crystal Miracle, and Crystal Conclave. Because these cards are your plays. They're what's enabling your deck. Now into the 2-ofs, we're running 2 Foolish Burial Goods. This is to send off something, the only one of it trap in the deck, which is Rainbow Bridge of Salvation, which is really good in the graveyard, and once I get to it, I'll explain it. But we're running 2 Foolish Burial Goods, so then we have more chances to put that card in the graveyard, because that card in the graveyard can do a lot for our deck. Now for another 2-ofs, we're running 2 Raigeki, just generic board breaker. You could even add a Lightning Storm into this, replace these with Lightning Storms, it doesn't really matter. Just the goal of it is that you have a board breaker going second, or you're going on your turn 2 and you know you can break a board with this with Raigeki. So you're really hoping for this on a draw, or just getting into your opening hand during your first turn. Then Pot of Prosperity to get into your cards easier. Once we get into the extra deck, you're going to see that we run a bunch of random stuff. And I'll detail on what's important for you to keep and what's not really that important. The extra deck, you're not really worrying about a whole too much, because all your monster power is in your main deck already with Crystal Beast, Rainbow Dragon, Crystal Beast, Sapphire, Pegasus. But there are some extra deck monsters that you absolutely want to have at your disposal. So 2 Pot of Prosperity is amazing. Now for the 1-ofs, 1 Necro Valley, 1 Zombie World, and 1 Pot of Champions. These help stop all the meta plays because they can't special summon from graveyard, because they can't move it from a different place, which outside of graveyard. Zombie World, all monsters on the field are turned into zombies, so that stops stuff like Fire Kings and stuff like that, and Extravagance. Start of the main phase, you can manage 3 or 6 random face-down cards, and if you do, draw 1 card for each. So this just adds you more search power on top of Pot of Prosperity. Now for the 3-ofs and the traps, we're running 3 Crystal Conclave. Really good. This is your main trap of the deck. You always want to have this card on your field in any form of fashion. If you don't, the deck basically falls apart, because Conclave is your heavy hitter. This thing will keep your presence on the board, because its special summon effect when a Crystal Beast monster is destroyed is not once per turn, so you can keep churning them out. But you are running a limited Crystal Beast selection. So the power of this is to be able to special summon those Crystal Beasts, and maybe special out Pegasus, because it does not negate the effects, or Carbuncle, and set up either a big board with Carbuncle, or set up even more for your turn 2, and then when it gets too bad, you can bounce back with Conclave 2 cards, aka the crystal monsters in your spells and traps, your opponent's side, and then you have to send this card to the graveyard. So this is very good to have 3 of it, because you're going to be probably using Conclave, Centigrade, Bounce 2 back a lot. And now here's where, what if Conclave gets negated? We're running 3 Miracle. You can destroy a spell, when a spell or trap card or monster effect is activated, destroy 1 Crystal Beast card you control, and if you do, negate that effect. And if this card is in the graveyard and a Crystal Beast monster is destroyed, if a Crystal Beast monster is placed in your spell and trap zone while this card is in your graveyard, even during the damage step, you can banish this card, place 1 Crystal Beast monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard face up in your spell and traps card as a continuous spell. Really good, because let's say like your Crystal Beast had to go to graveyard because of some factor. Now you can easily get that thing back. So you're constantly recycling the resources and negating stuff that would destroy stuff like Crystal Conclave and your very important traps. And then the 1 of Rainbow Bridge, you can banish it and add a Crystal Beast monster and a field spell from deck to hand. Really good, because that's the reason why we're running 2 of those, so we can get into that graveyard fast. And yeah, Rainbow Bridge's Salvation is really good. Now onto the extra deck, we're going to be running 1 Win the Wind Charmer Verdant, 1 Nightmare Unicorn, 1 Worldseed Dragon Zealantis, 1 Cherubini, Burning Angel of the Burning Abyss, and 1 Light of the Light Charmer Illustrious. These 2, really important, because they can get you back your light monsters and wind monsters when they're destroyed. So stuff like your Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon and your Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus along with Carbuncle and Rainbow Dragon. And a lot of decks, they are not playing the stuff like Light and Winds, but if they are, this has an extra bonus being able to target a 1 monster in their graveyard and special summoning it to your side of the field. These cards are also just generically good. World Z Dragon Z Atlantis is like a board wipe to bring everything back in any position you want. And Nightmare Unicorn, that's just so you have more draw power. Cherubini is in here. These three are stuff for like Pot of Prosperity and Pot of Extravagance. You can actually use these. It's just more preferred that you want to try and use them with Pot of Prosperity or Pot of Extravagance, because now we're getting into the Xyz, which is where this deck's main power relies in the extra deck, which is 1 Tornado Dragon and 2 Baguska. This Baguska plays so well into the control aspect, and Tornado Dragon can just target and destroy spells, which can be really good, because yes, it does not negate, but you can target a field spell and get it off the board if you need to, or continue with spells and traps. And then this card can just either force everything into defense or cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect when it's in attack position, which cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So it can be destroyed by battle, but it cannot be destroyed by card effects. And so running level 4s in this deck is insanely good because you can easily get into it with stuff like Pegasus and Crystal Beast, Rainbow Dragon. Now for 3-Os, we're running 3 Rainbow Overdragon. This is another card we want to send off Prosperity, and 3 Twin Crystal Rainbow Dragon Overdrive, which is another card we want to try and plan on setting off with Prosperity. There's a lot of Prosperity stuff in here. You can try in some of these, but you are not going to be able to because you don't have all the names. You need all the Crystal Beast monsters to be able to run these. So yeah. We are not running a side deck with this strategy because just there isn't really many good side deck cards. Follow Neshi's video on that, because this side deck could be very iffy. You could either run like hand trap, stuff like that, or you might want to lean into more of the control side or searcher side. So I want to try to showcase a combo here that hopefully you can do. Probably 1 Pot of Prosperity, Bond, Rainbow Bridge of the Heart, a Foolish Burial Goods, and just to throw it in there, the Brick Rainbow Dragon. This hand is really good, and for a multitude of reasons. This is kind of the hand you want, because you're able to get deeper into your deck with Prosperity. You're able to get those Crystal Beast monsters to your hand, an additional normal summon set to add a Crystal Beast card, and then adding a Crystal Beast card. So we're going to start off our turn by Foolish Burial Goods to send a spell or trap card from deck to graveyard, which will be Rainbow Bridge of Salvation here. Sorry, my graveyard zone and deck zone are a little off camera. So sending Rainbow Bridge of Salvation, effect to banish to add a Crystal Beast monster, which will be Pegasus. Hold on, let me move my hand up a little bit so you see what I'm adding. And it will depend on like just ingenuity and like knowing. So we're going to do Zombie World as our field spell. If you're going second and you know your opponent's playing stuff that really affects the graveyard, either one of these will work. Just for right now, we're doing Zombie World because it can stop the tributes, which Link Summoning I think is tributing, counts as it. I don't know all the rulings yet. I'm still trying to learn. So yeah, we're going to normal Pegasus and activate the effect to crystallize 1, which will be 1 Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon. We're not going to activate the effect yet, because now we're going to activate Rainbow Bridge of the Heart to give us an additional normal summon set. We're going to now activate Bond to add 1 Crystal Beast monster, which will be Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus again, and to crystallize another Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon. Now we're going to normal summon Pegasus and use the effect to crystallize our 3rd Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon. So now we have 3. Now we're going to activate Zombie World. We're going to use Rainbow Bridge of the Heart effect to... Actually, we're not going to use Pegasus effect here because we'd be clogging up way too many zones. Because now with Bridge of the Heart, we're going to destroy Pegasus and use its effect to add 1 Crystal Beast Power Trap, which would be Crystal Conclave. And let me shuffle here because we're going to be using Prosperity here to hopefully search out some more. So now we're going to use Pot of Prosperity to banish 6, and we're just going to banish 3 of the fusions because those really don't matter to us at this current moment in time. To excavate 6, so we got in Bond, Bridge, Raigeki, Conclave, Crystal Beast, Rainbow Dragon, Full Trail Goods. You're going to add Raigeki just in case. If it's their turn, they set up a strong board and you weren't able to play through it, it's going to be really good for you. I have that. Now we're going to activate Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon effect, which we can't. So we're just going to have to keep that there. We're going to set a Crystal Beast card. We're going to set Conclave. And yeah, that'd be our turn. So we set up the Conclave. We have the Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. We have a good Spell and Traps card lineup. That's a combo I was able to do with the preferred hand. And looking at the time, I might be able to do just a quick little test hand. Remember, this deck can be very bricky. So if you want to add more draw cards, like a 3rd Pot Prosperity or 2 more Extravagances, feel free to, because this deck can get really bad when it comes to its searches, because a lot of cards can only search us to specific things, and you need to be searching for a more broader group of cards, which this deck cannot. So yeah, we're going to try and do this combo pretty fast here because we only have 3 minutes on the clock. I'm trying to cut down the video time for y'all because seems looking at stuff 20 minutes doesn't seem really good for you guys. So we're going to try and make it better. So this is our opening hand. This is a brick. See, already we bricked because we don't have access to any Crystal Beasts. Just saying. You need to be able to open up stuff like Sapphire Pegasus. You need searches. There was a Pendulum monster called Crystal Master. He can be a card you want to run. It's just very dependent on like if you want to be sacrificing that normal summon for him. Which he can also add a Crystal Beast Fire Trap, so I don't know. That's very iffy. I wouldn't be able to tell you. So now we're going to cut again, and this opening hand is another brick. You can easily open bricks. Don't get me wrong. Don't let this deter you, though. Crystal Beast is a very fun strategy, and it's just fact that it can brick a lot, and you just have to put more money than I have currently. I'm going to link Neshi down below for you guys so you can watch his videos on it if you want to improve yours. Mine is I would say like shadow of what he can do with his Conclave deck, because his Conclave is amazing. It's really good. We're going to do one more test hand here before I go. Awesome. Amazing hand. You can be able to get into everything. This is a hand you'd want to see. Alright guys, that's the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I have fun making these videos for you guys. I hope you guys love watching them. Zark one didn't seem to do too well. I don't know if that's because none of you guys want Zark. But please give me responses in the comment section down below about what you want me to see me do. Maybe some test duels with my brother to show you guys what these decks can do in an actual duel. Maybe recording some locals in the future. Just leave me some comments down below. I'll see you guys on the next one. Please remember to like and subscribe. And peace out.